618-8255. International callers may reach George by calling their in-country Sprint access number, pressing option 5 and dialing toll-free 1-800-893-0903. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 810-298-6521. City of Angels. This is Coast to Coast Radio with George Story.
Well, we had our video chat tonight for Coast Insiders. Had a lot of fun doing that. It's incredible technology. You can become a Coast Insider if you'd like for less than 25 cents a day. Join the growing list with 2,000 new members every month. Simply go to coasttocoastam.com. Click the banner there that says Coast Insider, fill it out, and you are an instant member. Simple as that. Next hour, Dr. Joe Dispenza joins me. We'll talk about mind power, an incredible story. He's written a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And Matt Stein's with us. We're going to take calls and continue talking about what happens when the grid goes down. That's next on Coast to Coast AM. Tensions building, the threats are growing, and the problem is real and urgent. And if oil supplies are cut, gas prices will soar and skyrocketing food prices will follow. You and I can't control this, but we can control our food supply. We're in tough times now. I've done the comparisons for you, and eFoods Direct has the answer. Their easy preparation, just boil water and simmer food, is as affordable and mouthwatering tonight as it will be in 25 years.
I'm your father, Luke.
Family packs. You will freeze the cost and availability of what matters most. Food. Save up to 50% compared to other companies. Call now 1-800-331-2858 or efoodsdirect.com/George. Get free shipping on all of these quick fix family packs. Call 1-800-331-2858. Operators are standing by 24/7. Ask for the George Norman family packs. Call 1-800-331-2858 or efoodsdirect.com/George.
It's easy to forget about your digestive system when things are going well, but when bloating, cramps, and heartburn hit, it can feel as though digestive distress has taken over your entire body, if not your life. Dr. Ohhira's award-winning probiotics offers a complete balancing probiotic system, which is essential for optimum digestive health. Indigestion, heartburn, bloating, and gas are often caused by a bacterial imbalance in the GI tract. Dr. Ohhira's probiotics exclusive formula delivers a live, viable blend of beneficial bacteria directly to the source of discomfort. Once there, Dr. Ohhira's probiotics go to work improving the digestive pH, regaining bacterial balance, and correcting the root cause of discomfort. Discover the Dr. Ohhira
Every time.
Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available in Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine health food stores nationwide.
Oh. Holy Moses. Was that a barking spider?
And welcome back with Matt Stein, his other book, When Disaster Strikes. Matt, I spent 9 years with the Navy, so I know firsthand what it's like to have a very strong defense. And I also know to have a good defense, you need to have a great offense. Be that as it may, we spend billions of dollars for the military, and we seem to be, based on what I heard from you, ignoring the most obvious, and that's staying at home and fixing our grid.
I agree. For the price of a single E-2 stealth bomber, it could fix this problem. I mean, it wouldn't fix every bad thing from happening from an extreme geomagnetic storm or from an EMP from a terrorist. But it would, for about $1 billion, implement this new technology. It's been developed and proven, but not implemented. It's a new vacuum tube technology that does a super fast switch on each of these transformers that would protect them from melting down, from frying in an extreme GMD or EMP event. And for another $1 billion, we could mandate a year's supply of backup fuel in EMP containers, EMP hardened containers on site at every nuclear power plant where we had critical backup components, critical cooling system pumps, critical power generation devices, whatever they feel the engineers feel is necessary not going to fry every electronic device in America like some people think. But the problem is it'll fry a lot of the critical stuff, the stuff that has digital microelectronics that's connected by long runs of cables, like Ethernet cables and cables to sensors. So basically, everything that runs our infrastructure, that runs the cooling system in nuclear power plants, that runs our communication, that runs all of our industrial systems, all of those things, they basically an EMP simulated test bed. You see about 100% failure of systems like that.
Did I miss anything with any of these presidential candidates and the president? Has anyone addressed this?
Well, they addressed it, but here's the kicker. Like Newt Gingrich talked about it, but he found things that are false. So on the one hand, he's doing a service because he's saying this is a really big problem.
And it is.
That, you know, some guys could buy a small nuclear device, put it on, and buy a Scud missile on the black market, launch it off of a junk freighter, you know, out in international waters, and then sink the freighter, have it blow off over the East Coast, and instantly New York City's cooked, Washington, D.C. No, people are directly cooked, but the stock market crashes, the government is rendered helpless, and nuclear power plants, well, from an EMP, some will melt down and some won't, because the problem is, EMP will have like instant
It's very
failure
refreshing,
in some places.
and it works every
Electronic
time.
controls are cooked, and the backup
You know,
power
the thing about Colt
generators
45
and
is
backup
that it
pumps
works
is cooked. Whereas, you know, it's
every
kind of a
time.
snapshot, like some of them will survive, some of them won't. Nobody really knows until it happens. Well, it happens. Now, Solar Storm will cook all the stuff individually. The backup power will kick in. But as soon as they run
In
out
this
of
mixed up
gas,
world,
because the whole infrastructure's down, because
where you
there's
can't count on a whole lot,
there's no grid all over most of the country.
where something you
Once
thought
they
would
run
be
out of
there
gas,
always
then
is
they start to melt.
gone in the
Then they
blink
start
of
to
an
snap,
eye.
crack, and pop, just like Fukushima.
The one thing
So you're looking at like
that will
similar,
always
but
be
not
there for
exactly
you
the same, but really bad scenarios either way. Now,
is
so Newt does a really
Colt
great service
45.
by saying this is a really bad problem, we've got to address it. But then he goes and says things like all electronics across America will instantly stop, and it's like, wait a
Because it
minute,
works every time.
You're running for president of the United States. You haven't
Every time.
have you?
Get it right.
Things that aren't
Every
right.
single
So it's like,
time.
yes, it's a huge problem, and yes, it's solvable, and we can't prevent every bad thing from happening, but we can protect the grid from full-on collapse, and we can protect our power plants from meltdown. Now, I'm not to say, you know, nothing is perfect. If you have an EMP, something might still go snap, crackle, pop in spite of our best efforts, but right now, we're not putting out the best efforts. I mean, I have
halfway.
George Baker,
I'm not in a hurry.
and he in the EMP and the
I'm not
military.
in a hurry because I'm not trying to puke.
Similarly, in the military,
If I do
Dr.
puke,
William Graham, who was
so be it, but
President
I'm trying to
Reagan's
puke.
financial, science advisor, and John
I'm taking
Kaplan,
my
who
time.
wrote the Meditech report, geomagnetic storms and their impacts on U.S. power grids. All four of these top scientist guys are 100% behind what I'm saying. And they've been urging me to write this 400 Chernobyls article. You can Google it if you want to know more. And get the
I ate a Subway Big Philly cheesesteak footlong with
three of these guys are in the EMP
banana
commission,
peppers, onions,
and Congress has
pickles,
voted on it, but they're just not
olives.
getting how serious it is. You know, in a 5-minute briefing from someone, they're not getting it.
No, you're
before I-
spot on.
just
What's
before I
more
crack this
concerned
for
about,
you.
an EMP pulse attack or something from the sun?
Oh, something
So we
from
got
the sun.
those
Because
two factions
something from the sun is
wrestling in me,
absolutely
gutty what's.
guaranteed to happen. Then every 11 years, the poles flip on our sun, and it goes through a solar maximum. And
Can't we all
we're
just get
coming up on
along?
a solar maximum the end of this year, beginning of next.
Can't we
Scientists
all
are
just
saying
get
from
along?
preliminary heating up of
We
the
got
ocean
the
on
moon
sun
runners
activity that we've been seeing
right
recently.
there
They're really worried that
next
we
to
might
the
have a
AC
solar maximum
Delcos.
like the 1921 one, or even worse.
No one is
1959
wasting
one.
nobody.
So they're saying, you know, we're due. We're basically statistically due, but it's a crap shot. I mean, until it
Can you
happens,
dig
we
it?
don't know. But it's like guaranteed to happen. You keep rolling those dice, eventually you're going to get this dice. Eventually it's going to, you know, it's like if you don't do the right thing, it's just like New Orleans. If for 50 years the internet said this is a disaster waiting to happen, it is going to happen. It's just
Grand
a matter of
Poobahs
not if, but when. And then
rubbing
sure enough,
shoulders
you
with
take the lesson and it happens. And we're in the
the
same
lunatic
boat.
scorpions.
It's the end of the world as we know it. If we get a
And for
storm
once,
like 1921 or 1859 and we haven't put these fixes in
nobody's
place,
getting
it's like
shot.
game over
Oh,
for the
Matt, you'll be on the show telling people if they
Why?
have radios to hear us and power, well, if they have
Code
batteries
40,
that let
5, 5, 5, 5.
forgive
No.
us, that's right.
That's right. You know,
Wouldn't that be
if
nice,
you want
though?
to learn more about
If
strategy, then in my
Unity
book,
was
When
just
Disaster
140
Strikes, the
away.
last
Wouldn't that be
chapter
awesome?
is
Think about
the
that.
unthinkable
I know
survival
that's not how it is, but
catastrophe. It lays
it'd be
out
nice if
the
it
different
was,
strategies
right?
for the
If,
three
like,
different types of nuclear events. In the chapter before that,
everybody
you
said,
want to
why
know
are we
more
killing
of the
each other?
subject,
Let's just have a 40
EMP and
instead.
solar storms, and it lays out strategies and it teaches you what you need to know to have on hand to keep your family
Sure.
safe.
Emergency preparedness. We've been pushing storable radios for years now, Matt. Let's take some calls. Let's go to George in New York City, east of the Rockies. Go ahead, George. Thanks for calling.
Okay, good morning, guys. I'm sorry, Mardi Gras is over, I think, if you're on the West Coast. But anyway, geodesic dome, I'm thinking of, remember the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit?
Yep.
They have these little geodesic domes, grass covered, and now that's for individual survival. And a little hydropower plant, I mean a stream, if you're near a mountain.
Hydroponics?
Drink water and get a little hydropower, just on a simple basis.
Yeah.
But with the big city,
Have a hydroponic system there.
I'm thinking, or the grid. I'm thinking of
Off the grid hydroponics.
lead covered dome. Well, I think it's a lot easier to get out of town. I mean, it could be tough in a fast situation. But
Life in the
essentially,
fast
when there is a
lane.
meltdown, the longer you are downstream,
We
the
got,
fewer it is. The damage, the
we're almost down
pollution
to the
and
dregs.
radiation coming into your body.
You get it all.
Almost.
What's important is
There's still some
one,
crispiness
to
left,
avoid,
but
breathing it in and
there's about
drinking
an
it
inch and a
to
half
protect your
of
air
goodness.
system. But two, it's
The
really
rest
to get
there
out
is
of
gonna
the
be
area.
the
And then
dregs.
three is to avoid
It's gonna
eating
be the
contaminated food. And
the
the
wishy-wash,
further you go up the food chain, the worse it gets. So like after Fukushima, after Chernobyl, they could have saved a million people
I already
from
told you. What
dying
the
an
fuck?
early terrible death, and 3
It's all
million
good.
people from having horrible health problems all their
One of
life.
these fucking weirdos that doesn't eat the pizza crust.
If they had
Fucked up.
banned eating that food.
Goddamn
I don't
bastards.
think we'll ever know
I don't
the
trust
real
the guy
damage from Fukushima, man.
that leaves the pizza
You
crust.
probably won't know, but the epistemological
Some kind of
study
fucking weirdo.
that the Soviet science people have done has indicated that there's been 1 million deaths
From Chernobyl.
3 million people with severely compromised health. So that's a lot of people. And that's from one Chernobyl. Now imagine 300 Chernobyls happening around the planet. There's 442 approximately nuclear reactors in the world.
Awesome.
But not only that,
So we've got 25% of them, don't we?
well, we've got 104 in America. So you're right, 1 out of 4 in the world is in America. But then each reactor that's been going a long time, they have what's called a spent fuel pond. Like every year or two, these reactor cores are toast. They're no good anymore. They cool, the radiation
The word is
level is dropping. I mean, they're still
nuclear.
highly radioactive, but they don't produce enough heat to effectively...
That's what Homer J would say.
So they take
Homer
them out
J.
and they swap them out for a brand new core. They take that old core and they have to keep cooling it for the next 3 to 5 years in a water-stored pond under 25 feet of water.
Code
You have
45.
these spent reactor core
Looks
ponds
every time,
all over
time,
the place. Like in
time.
Fukushima, they had one. And if it wasn't for heroic action on the part of a bunch of guys who are probably going to die soon, it keeps water in the pond never
45.
boil dry. In fact, they boil so down
The
so
power.
far that some of the tips of the spent fuel rods were uncovered. And what happens when these things are uncovered is they start overheating when they lose this cooling water.
Didn't those ponds get inundated when the tsunami hit?
Well, they got inundated and they lost their cooling system. And see, depending on how recently they put the new reactor core in there, they will boil dry in 4 to 30 days. Like if they're really old cores and they haven't swapped out a reactor core recently, then it could take a whole month for a pond to boil dry. But in the case of Fukushima, they had just decommissioned one of the reactors. So its
Fukushima.
fuel pond had a really hot core in there. It was very highly active radioactively and heat-wise, thermally. So it
They said,
boiled dry
oh,
in a few days.
Fukushima,
And if they
man.
hadn't replenished it, you would have had
What the
equivalent of
Fukushima
10
just happened
Chernobyls
here?
burning at once, going into the atmosphere. So in
It was bad
Fukushima,
news.
more than
It was bad
90%
It's like Zug Island bad news.
Now, if that spent fuel pond had boiled dry, if those guys hadn't given their
Like
life
Rouge River bad news.
to keep water in that pond, to, submit themselves to excessive radiation, keep water in that pond, we would have 10 Chernobyls burning at once in that fuel pond. And in the fuel pond, they got a simple tilt-up building, concrete building with a corrugated steel roof around it. No 10-foot wall or 6-foot wall of concrete and steel in a reactor containment vessel. It's just a simple industrial building. So when it burns, there's nothing to hold it in. It just goes out into the sky.
And getting back to George from New York's question about building a huge geodesic dome, not going to happen if we're not even spending the money on backup transformers.
Well, that's right. It's so much cheaper to do preventative measures. A single cell bomber. What's that? That's like 1/300th of the TARP bailout. It's like, how come they have the money for the rich 1% on Wall Street, but we don't have the money to prevent the end of the world as we know it? Somebody.
How come we don't have the money to prevent the end of the world as we know
I
it?
think it's just a matter.
Quit whining, man. Money's not about preventing the end of the world. But he knows that. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
How much of this have they read? Or how much have they just...
Money, moolah, scratch. It's not about preservation of the human race. It's about dying with the most toys.
I know of only 4 major...
It's fucked up, but that's how it is.
...that have been talking about this. That would be you, William Forstchen, Will and our show. Wow. I know of no other entities
There's another vessel
that are talking about the possibility of
whose spirit has been lifted onwards into the ether, gone into the cosmos, the stratosphere, traveling the astral planes, as it were. And with that, I will wish you a happy Fat Tuesday, and encourage you to continue consuming alcoholic beverages.